This is another video by Brave Wilderness. Now it's interesting because somebody asked me a question about it, and we were in the middle of the conversation about honeybees because we have a lot of bees out here in Vegas, and some people had just moved out to Vegas, and they were asking me about what to do about bees in their yard. And I was telling them about how bees are protected, insects, and there are only certain ways that you're supposed to get rid of them. You know, only certain places you're supposed to spray and stuff like that because well, they're dying off. I mean, we don't have a lot of honeybees out here, and so, you know, when you service for bees, you can't spray on flowers, you know, places where they pollinate. So during this conversation, somebody actually linked this video and said, is killer bee honey dangerous? And so this is interesting. Now here we have European honeybees. This is the most common honeybee we have here in Vegas, but there have been some instances of Africanized bees, which are, you know, the killer bees, the aggressive bees. European honeybees are just harmless completely. I mean, I've done entire services where I move an entire hive of honeybees and they barely bother me. Of course, they dive bomb the suit, you know, while you're in it, but other than that, I mean, they're not aggressively crawling on me forever. They just stay where the hive is at. But there have been a couple of instances of people needing to remove killer honeybee nests, and those are a lot more festive, I would say. So let's watch the vid from Brave Wilderness, and I know this guy will fill it in. This is one of the only vids I've watched about bugs where I have no extra information to add. This guy covers it all. So let's do that, man. Make sure you guys check out Brave Wilderness's channel in the description down below. The guy is freaking fantastic. He's one brave soul, I'll tell you that. So let's get into this video. Oh Lord, that's uncomfortable. Oh God.
Starting to get swarmed. Holy mackerel. Dude, you're like covered in bees right now.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Oh my gosh, my legs are shaking.
Oh yeah, that's terrifying. Now when you are inside of that bee suit, it velcros shut, it's zipped shut, you know, it's insulated, it layers. So you zip this one part up and then you fold this part down with Velcro, you know what I mean? So like the honeybees are not gonna just crawl in your suit, but you can feel them on you and they shake while you're inside it. So it can be a little bit intimidating, but generally you should be completely safe when you have that on. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good.
A light breeze drifts across the desert sand as morning sun crests above the mountains. All seems calm amongst the rocky outcrops, yet nestled down between the cracks and ridges, a powerful giant quietly slumbers. To disturb this creature by accident would be a literal nightmare. Disturb it intentionally, and you will likely seal your own fate.
Oh boy, starting to get swarmed. Holy mackerel.
It sounds as if I speak of a creature from a storybook, but this is no creature of myth and lore.
Look at those honeycombs.
It is a very real animal that since the mid-1980s has become one of the Southwest's most notorious threats.
It smells so bad.
Killer bees. So what is a killer bee? Well, to keep it simple, it's basically a hybrid between an African and a European honeybee. They are typically more defensive, faster, and more aggressive than other bee species.
They're fucking mean.
Tucson, Arizona is just one of the places that has recently fallen under the cloud of killer bees. And today we will be working alongside bee specialist Chris Britton. Chris monitors several killer beehives that exist naturally in the mountainsides. And our goal is to extract aged honey from a wild hive so we can compare it to his locally farmed honey and determine which one is more delicious. Using a drone will help us locate the hive and determine exactly how we should approach it.
Fucked up.
This is an incredibly dangerous mission. So to protect ourselves from the thousands of bees that will be swarming and trying to sting us, we will be wearing bee suits. We are taking extra precautions by taping up the wrists and ankles to ensure the bees cannot work their way into the suits.
That's smart.
Okay, so this is the moment of truth. We are completely suited up.
God,
this is probably going to be one of the craziest and most dangerous things we've ever done on an episode.
I don't know if I'd mess with one just to go hang out. That doesn't sound
The following scene was filmed under the supervision of bee specialists. Never approach a beehive in the wild.
Really don't. Because you can't tell the difference just by looking at it, whether it's European
about as close as we feel comfortable getting without the bees actually swarming out. Now, I'm looking at the hive and I see there's lighter colored comb on top In the middle, it's slightly golden, and then at the bottom, it almost looks like it's brown. What's the best area for me to extract comb and honey from?
We're gonna go right to the center of this hive.
Okay.
So not in the dark and not in the completely light.
Okay.
So that light stuff is not gonna have anything in it at this present point in time. The bees are working more into the layers of comb.
Okay.
So you're gonna go right to basically the middle where it's a little bit golden, but it starts to just turn just a little bit, and there's some capped honey right there.
Okay.
It may be last season's honey, but it's right there is where the bees are gonna be working, and we'll be able to just get in there and grab a bunch.
Okay, cool. Well, I think at this point, let's get into the hive and get this honey. You guys all ready?
Ah, sounds good now, doesn't it?
Cutting into the hive causes no harm to the
Right.
bees.
True.
And this extraction method is commonly used by honey farmers. In the wild, hives are often invaded by animals, which in turn causes an increase with productivity, and in a matter of days, the hive will be completely reconstructed.
Okay, I'm right underneath the hive.
Oh,
Look at
wait till
that.
we touch this shit. Look,
Do not want to
Look,
get
there's
stung.
nothing here, right?
Bees are starting to come out.
look at that. They checking them out now.
You
Look
see
at
all
that
the
when we
comb
touch this
here.
shit.
I know we're here.
They definitely know that we're
Yep.
here.
Now they passing the message
hear 'em.
along.
They're going
About to
crazy.
get active, bro. You know how hard
Wow,
honey
it's hard,
is,
very
right?
waxy. Oh boy.
Like they
Starting to-
show in cartoons, right? They just come up and they just grab some honey. You know what I mean? It's like all soft and stuff. That is not how honey is in real life. It is thick. It is sticky. And if they're talking about fermented honey from like a while ago, like not current honey they're using, it's gonna be hardened. You know, honey hardens when you leave it out. So you gotta really go at it, man. So you're gonna be alarming. You're knocking on the door right now.
You swarm.
Look at that.
Holy
They're
mackerel.
passing the message. They don't like this shit.
I'm nervous. You see they're trying to sting in through the mask.
They dive bombing this shit. You see them smashing their faces against it? Look at them banging into it. Yep.
This is an outer layer. Dude, you're like covered in bees right now, man. Crazy covered in bees. They're coming. You gotta hurry up.
These motherfuckers are not nice. God damn it. Holy shit. Oh, man.
Absolutely surrounded by killer bees
They're
right
loud,
now.
too.
Fortunately, they are not stinging through the suit. I got a couple of good pieces of comb that have already come out here.
They're loud, too.
There we go. Found comb with honey.
Ooh.
Ow! Some stingers are actually getting through my
Yep.
suit. I am getting stung at this point. Ow! Jeez. Okay. All right, I'm gonna cut out a big section of comb from right here in the middle. Can you see
Generally,
this?
you're not
That is all
commentating
filled with
while you're
honey.
doing this.
I'm gonna cut through that and we're gonna get out of here.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, it's sticky. This is it. This is good honey. Oh, look at that.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. Woo! That is pure golden honey. All right, I'm gonna put it inside of the mason jar here. Ow. Yeah. Here, let's back up a little bit.
So that smoke right there will actually
I can't
calm
even
them
imagine
down.
what it would be like to be out here and come across a swarm like this. This
You
could
hear 'em
definitely
crawling
kill
on
you.
there?
We are
Holy
probably surrounded by 30,000 bees at this point. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. They're attacking the GoPro, they're attacking the cameras, microphones, everything is getting bombarded by bees right now.
It's hard to even touch the cameras because they're just covered in bees. Like you can't even hit the.
It's crazy.
Wow.
All right. Look at that. That's about what we want right there.
That's weird.
Woo! That is absolutely filled with honey.
You guys smoked off.
So what are we doing here, Chris?
Basically covering the air with smoke so that way we can actually get these bees to change their pheromones so you guys can walk away.
Because they'll follow us to
Oh,
our
yeah.
car.
They'll sting you all the way to your
Oh, yeah.
car. The Africanized honeybees know no
I'm
limits.
they don't give a shit about that.
I can't even imagine what it would be like to be out
Oh,
here
see it
and
dripping
come
down?
across a swarm like this. This could definitely kill you. Wow. Well, we escaped the swarm of killer bees. Now the next step is to compare the killer bee honey to the European bee honey and see which one tastes better.
Nice.
To the victor, go the spoils. What you're looking at right there are 2 jars of delicious raw honey. Now right here we have honeybee honey. And on this side, the killer bee honey. Now, we certainly had to go through quite the ordeal to get both of these honeys. They're all on my face. We are absolutely surrounded by killer bees right now. But it was totally worth it because this is the moment we have all been waiting for. The comparison between killer bee honey and honeybee honey. Which one is better? You guys ready to find out?
Oh yeah, I'm ready. Do we get to taste test also?
Oh yeah, you guys are gonna taste this too. Okay, I'm gonna start with the honeybee honey. Let me take off the cap here. Wow, that smells incredibly fresh.
Rich is what it is.
Spoonful right there.
I don't know.
I just go for it, right?
I think you go for the whole thing.
Oh, it's not gonna be good.
Wow.
This guy is intense.
That's tricky.
This guy is so intense.
Really sweet. I can taste all those granules of honey. We're starting to disintegrate in my mouth.
It's not good.
Wow.
That's not gonna be good.
That is delicious.
What? This guy is so great. What? No, there's no way.
Oh my gosh. That is an unbelievable honey. That might be the best honey that
This guy could probably just beat the cinnamon challenge with no problems whatsoever. I was gonna say that he was gunning to be the next Chuck Norris, but he's got a ways to go. A long ways to go before he's the next Chuck Norris. But he's still pretty badass.
Let me get a little bit of this honey on the tip of the knife. There you go. Go ahead there, Mark. Just take a little
Don't cut myself.
squidge off there. Good? That's good, huh?
Wow. You could eat that straight like all day.
Wow, I took a big spoonful of that. Okay.
You feeling the sugar rush yet?
Yeah, I think I'm about to. Now, this is the one I've really been excited about. Now, let me get a big
Get a gooey one.
hawk of it out here.
Oh God.
Let me just
That is not how you're
scoop some
supposed to eat
out
this.
onto my hand.
Find
Yeah, I'm going full Pooh Bear here, guys. And get my paw in there.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, I've always wanted to do that. Oh, look at that honey. Look at the different colors in the honey too. You have the darker honey and you have the real light golden honey. Think it's gonna make me throw up?
No, man. That's like candy.
Please don't. Oh God.
Whoa! That is crazy sweet.
Oh God, that's no way that's good.
Can you do a whole
No,
Can you do the
oh,
whole
please
cone?
don't. No,
Oh.
come on, man. This dude is insane.
Hey Pooh Bear, how's that taste?
Oh, Lord.
Very sweet.
Yeah?
Very sweet indeed.
It's like almost making my eyes water. It's so sweet.
Bravo, I'm impressed.
He's gonna
That
eat.
was-
He's
that
eating
was
it.
quite the honeycomb
He ate
you
it.
had there.
Let me wipe off my face.
You're
a
not
bit.
supposed to eat the
Oh,
honeycomb
that's
too, man.
Wow, that is so sugary. I'm gonna be a major sugar high for hours right now. Woo! You guys want to try this, right?
Yeah.
All right, stick your finger out there. Just wait till it gets in your teeth. As soon as it hits your lips,
Wow.
right? Now, both of these honeys taste amazing, but honestly, I think the killer bee honey is a little more tasty and a little more. Give me a rush of energy, like the second
rush
it
of
hit
energy.
my mouth. But I think both types would be excellent on anything that you would put them on. Although going to get killer bee honey is something that I can never recommend anybody out
Right.
there watching ever try and go do. Probably the best way to do it is to buy from a local honey farmer and have something that's pure and granulated just like this. And you put it on toast, you can put it on, you name it. Honey goes good on absolutely everything. Ah, I can totally feel like a sugar rush coming on right now. That is crazy. My hands are so sticky.
Hey Pooh Bear,
What?
didn't you get enough?
No. How'd that silly old bear get his paw into that jar of honey all the time?
Well, he didn't get his paw stung by bees yesterday.
Yeah, I got a fat paw right now. Watch this. 2 bee honeys at the same time.
Okay, but why are you putting it on your face, man?
Honey face.
Mario, there aren't any bears out there, are there?
Building, climbing in a honey tree, Pooh Bear, I know he's out there.
What?
It's me and it's you, oh silly old Winnie the Pooh. Well, I would say that we endured quite a bit to get both of these
Okay.
honeys up close for the
Why is
cameras.
it on your
Aside
face?
from wearing the bee beard, which resulted in me being stung 32 times to then scaling the side of a cliff to extract comb and honey from a killer bee hive. We went through it all to do this taste test, and at the end of the day, I have to say that the killer bee honey is actually the most tasty. I'm Coyote Peterson. Be brave, stay wild. We'll see you on the next adventure. One more handful. That's a good one.
There are many misconceptions surrounding the Africanized honeybee.
Okay.
Or as they have become famously vilified by so many, as killer bees. Nearly all attacks happen when a hive is accidentally disturbed, or a swarm is provoked by a non-professional who is attempting to exterminate it. And while many people are stung every year, very few deaths are actually reported. If you see a swarm or come across a hive in the wild, quickly and quietly move in the opposite direction. And if you are looking for some delicious honey, well, my advice is to support local and buy it from a honey farm.
All right. I knew he would cover it, dude. I knew he would cover it all. See, there you go. And so that was the end of our discussion of, so people moved in and they were inquiring about honeybees, what to do, how to spray, you know what I mean, if you're going to treat for them, how to deal with the hives. And at the end of the day, no, killer bee honey and honeybee honey are both just honey, right? There's just the part that makes a killer bee isn't that everything they do and make are poisonous, right? It's not that, it's just that they are a more aggressive type of bee, where the European honeybee will not bother you. I mean, they'll fly around. You can you see people swatting at bees to get them away from their face, or like moving cups that the bee might have landed on and the bee doesn't care. The bee flies away, right? That's the European honeybee. They're very passive or docile type of insect. They're not gonna come out and get you. And when I was doing my honeybee removal, yes, the bees were kind of aggressive towards me, but they weren't, intense, so it wasn't that hard to really pacify them. So thank you guys for rolling through. Hope you learned a little something, whether you get killer bee honey or honeybee honey. It is all the same. All right, so I'll see you guys in the next one. ChavezzSlovakia. Peace out.